This video is how to create interactive videos in Moodle. And the way that these work for students is that the student comes in and clicks on the video or clicks on the link, and then the video pops up. The student watches the video, and at various points in the video, different questions pop up that students can answer. And then they get an indication of whether or not they were correct. And then they can continue, and then maybe another question will pop up. And maybe they didn't guess this one right, and then it keeps going, and then the students at the end, they get a submit screen where they can submit their answers, and then they're scored and they go directly into gradebook, which is great for teachers. So if you're interested in this, I'll give you some instructions on how to get started. So this is a very basic video on just how to get your video up and going. I have a much more detailed guide if you're interested in seeing this, that's up on the TLC website about how to create interactive videos in Moodle, and it's more step-by-step instructions, but this can get you started. So you go to add an activity or resource, and then you click on H5P interactive content, and then you're going to have a number of settings. The next thing that you're going to do is click on interactive video, but I'll show you what it looks like when the settings are all done by showing you a finished one so that you can see how to go from here. So once you've told H5P that you'd like to upload a video, you just put in the link right here. I've already done this, so my video is already here. Only YouTube videos will really work because that's what works with H5P formatting. And then from here, you just go to add interactions. You slide your cursor over to where you would like to insert a question, and then you hit pause. And then you can see all the interactions that you can add are right here. You can kind of play around with these and see what's available. Let's say you're going to just add a single choice multiplication or a multiple choice single choice set here. So you just click this, and you're going to see a bunch of settings. And from here, I'll show you what it looks like when the settings are all filled out. So most of the settings I kind of keep as they are for each of these questions. I can change what time I want the question to appear. I click pause video because I don't want the video to keep playing as students are answering the question. And then I usually click on poster so that the question takes up the whole screen rather than showing it right on top of the content. And then you can see I've given my question a title, but then my question itself is under question, and I've put in a bunch of different alternative answers, one of which is correct. When I'm doing a single choice set, the first alternative is the correct one, so I've made sure that that's my correct answer. And then I pretty much leave everything else just about the same. And then I'll add my next question. So to do that, I just click done, and then I go to the next place in the video I'd like to add a question. So I'll add my next question, and then when I get to the end, I need to add a submit screen. In order to do that, I have to click on this little star. It's kind of hard to see, and I usually make sure that I'm right at the end, and I click on the star. And this allows me to add a screen where students can hit a button, and then that makes sure that all their answers are submitted. And so that's what I'm doing right here. So once I'm done with that, there are a couple things I want to just point out. There are behavioral settings that you can, I pretty much usually leave these about the same, but I do click the button for show button for rewinding 10 seconds because that gives students a chance to go back and review something they might have missed. I also prevent skipping forward in a video so that students have to watch the whole video. And the other thing I should mention is that there's nothing to prevent students from rewatching a video and retaking questions. I'm okay with this because this is usually a homework assignment, and I just want to make sure students are watching the videos, and that's why I put the questions in. But this probably isn't something that you'd want to use for like a major test or anything like that, because students can retake. There's no way to prevent students from retaking these quizzes that you might put in. The other thing that you might want to add is to include the grades from the quizzes in the videos in a part of your gradebook. So wherever you'd like to record that, you put that in that category and it will go right to your gradebook. And then fix your maximum grade so it's like whatever you'd like it to be. And then just fix your common Moodle settings. These are probably something that you'd have as standard for most of your assignments anyway. And then click Save and return to course, and you'll see the link where you've created your video. So that's a real quick version of how to create an interactive video in Moodle. And if you'd like to see something a little bit more detailed that goes through step-by-step instructions so you can kind of go at your own pace, you can check out my guide, How to Create Interactive Videos on Moodle, which is up on the TLC website. Thank you. Bye-bye.